Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Triple Double Nation. Bold predictions for some major storylines that will unfold throughout the postseason. Let's get into the video. Los Angeles Clippers get bounced by Mavericks. With these two teams squared off in the Orlando bubble last year, Dallas superstar Luka Doncic was hobbled by an ankle injury, and Kristaps Porzingis was in and out of the lineup with a knee issue.
Unable to put any weight on it at all. Man, that is frightening for the Mavericks. Yep. Oh, man.
The series still went 6 games long. Considering the Dallas Mavericks dealt with COVID-19 throughout the season and got off to a rough start, they've been fighting an uphill battle all along. In the last 15 games, however, they're 6th in the NBA with a plus 5.7 net rating, whereas the Los Angeles Clippers are 11th at plus 3.8. Dallas's role players are only continuing to gain confidence, and plenty of them proved capable of picking up the slack against the Clippers in 2020, even as Doncic struggled through their series and Porzingis was missing. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are one of the game's premier tandems, yet their blown 3-1 lead against Denver in the second round is going to stick with them for a while. Doncic has become a much more efficient scorer, and the team around him is flat out better than it was a season ago. Many will likely discount the Mavs' chances, even though this is a duel between the number 4 and 5 seeds in the West. Just don't be surprised when Doncic gets Dallas through to the conference semis. Top-seeded 76ers Jazz bow out in round 2. Earning a top playoff seed can be nice for home court advantage, but doesn't guarantee anything. The Philadelphia 76ers have a new head coach in Doc Rivers, who, yes, has won a championship, but also coached the aforementioned Clippers squad that blew the 3-1 lead in last year's NBA playoffs.
That one hurt. This was embarrassing to watch. Clippers are in shambles. Their offseason's going to be crazy. Nuggets take on the Lakers.
What have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons ever really won together? Now they have the target on their back as a team to beat out East. Meanwhile, the Jazz have been without their go-to number 1 option on offense in Donovan Mitchell, who's been set back with a high ankle sprain.
It's not as bad as maybe the video. We can't really get a look, but it looks like that right foot.
That alone is enough to potentially derail Utah's chances of a championship, much less sitting out of the 2 first rounds. Brooklyn Nets flipped the switch to short East competition. Kevin Durant missed a long stretch of the season, but is now back, healthy and scoring at a supremely efficient rate. A nagging hamstring injury has befallen an otherwise brilliant stint with the Brooklyn Nets for James Harden. Since joining Brooklyn, the Beard has been an unselfish teammate, a willing distributor, and seems determined to get his first championship. Various bouts with the media haven't prevented Kyrie Irving from excelling on the hardwood, nor have those off-court issues been strong enough to derail the Nets squad. So pretty much any pitfall that could have presented itself with this Brooklyn team happened during the regular season. Still, the Nets were just 1 game behind Philadelphia for the number 1 seed. With Durant, Harden, and Irving all on the court together, and plenty of viable supporting players around them led by Blake Griffin, Brooklyn is going to put on an offensive display, the likes of which has never really been seen, as its Big Three steamrolls the rest of the Eastern Conference en route to an NBA Finals berth.
Dotson loses it, walking the tightrope. Oh, Blake Griffin! Razzle dazzle! Oh, next level!
Some teams can't flip the switch. We saw that with the Clippers in the bubble. This will be different. Watch. Los Angeles Lakers will return to and win the NBA Finals. Despite the glowing forecast for the Nets from above and the fact that they're considered betting favorites, they're the reigning champions, happen to be peaking at the right time. LeBron James and Anthony Davis both missed prolonged periods of time with injuries this season. It was a quick turnaround for the purple and gold, which ultimately caused the King and AD to get banged up. Even if LeBron isn't 100% and Davis's perpetual durability concerns still abound, this Lakers team is deeper and more collectively talented than the one that won last year's NBA Finals.
And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble.
It's easy to get caught up in recency bias with some of these teams. When it comes to the Lake Show, their 5-game winning streak to end the regular season ultimately didn't get them out of the play-in tournament, but it did build their collective morale. Never mind the caliber of stars that LeBron and AD are. That'll get LA to the conference finals, where no matter what the seeding situation, the Lakers will be the favorites. It's anyone's game in the NBA Finals, but all the pressure will be on the Nets to deliver. They're not good enough defensively to match up when all the chips are down, which means LBJ, AD, and the Lakers get it done again and win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Milwaukee beats the Heat in 7 games. These two teams are going to put on a show for the viewers. It's one of the most anticipated series matchups in this year's playoff picture. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks are out for revenge, and they will be able to get it when everything is said and done. Milwaukee is not going to come in and dominate the Heat to win the series. It will take a lot of hard work and clutch plays, but they have an improved roster that is capable of making those plays. They will end up winning the series in 7 games. While the Heat are going to come up short in the series, the future is extremely bright for them moving forward. They have the 2 stars leading the roster and a ton of young talent around them. Pat Riley will head into the offseason looking to add another star to the roster, or at least looking to add more talented role players that complement Butler and Adebayo perfectly. Jokic steps up, but Murray's absence proves costly. More likely than not, Jokic will be the MVP this season. He's having a historic campaign as a true point center, leading his team in every category imaginable. While the Joker has always stepped up on the big stage with playoff averages of 24 points and 10 rebounds per game, the lack of production around him will prove costly against the Blazers. We're all aware of what Murray did in the postseason last year in Orlando. He literally turned into a superstar.
And now Murray goes all the way. Murray scores at the basket. Impressive run there,
Helping Denver advance all the way to the Western Conference Finals. But without him on the floor, the Nuggets won't have the complementary scorer they need alongside Jokic, like CJ McCollum is to Lillard. Michael Porter Jr. has been very good over the last 17 games, averaging 20 points, but his postseason numbers have been poor in limited appearances. As for Aaron Gordon, he's barely played on this stage after spending the majority of his career in Orlando. Sure, he's a respectable defender, but offensively, Gordon just doesn't jump off the page. Even though the Nuggets went 13-5 after Murray's season-ending injury, it won't matter.
Yeah, he'd missed 4 games with some knee soreness, and now he's reaching down for the knee, and man.
Jokic unfortunately can't do it all alone. The Blazers are not a good defensive team by any means, but they picked it up lately and should do just enough to contain the supporting cast around the Joker. Julius Randle will average a triple-double. Julius Randle has been playing MVP-level basketball for the Knicks all season long. The 26-year-old will likely win Most Improved Player due to the significant strides he took with his game this season.
Payton trying to stick with him. Stolen by Randle. Randle going down the other way. Goes up and throws it down. Julius Randle with a huge defensive play.
Randle's improvement in terms of his three-point shooting and playmaking has been one of the biggest reasons for the Knicks' surprising success in 2020 and 2021. Randle dominated the Hawks during their season series where the Knicks won all 3 games. The 2014 number 7 overall pick scored over 40 points twice against Atlanta, with his other contest being a 28-point, 17-rebound performance and a tight 113-108 win back in January.
Randle. Julius has some daylight. He'll take the 15-footer and
with that, the Hawks could opt to send double teams toward Randle. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like rating down below and comment your bold prediction for this year's playoffs. We want to hear them. See you guys next time. Have a great day.